The men's water polo program at UC-Irvine has won 3 NCAA championships, sent more than a dozen athletes to the Olympic Games, and helped establish Orange County as a water polo mecca. The name that is most synonymous with all those accomplishments is Edward Newland. The head coach for the Anteaters from 1966 to 2005, Newland piled up 714 victories, was named National Coach of the Year 3 times, Conference Coach of the Year 8 times, and had his players win medals in multiple Olympic Games. A former goalkeeper in his playing days at Occidental, the old man, as he's referred to, believed hard work could overcome everything and lived by that example. His personal workouts are the stuff of legend, as he lifted weights for hours before practice began and would then crush a group of college kids in sit-up and push-up competitions. He preached fundamentals in an approach that allowed UC-Irvine to be the 5th member of the vaunted Big Four over several decades. The first water polo coach in the history of 2 scholastic juggernauts, Newport Harbor High School and Corona Del Mar High School, Newland was a longtime swim coach at UC-Irvine, guiding his squads to multiple NCAA crowns. Creator of the Newport Water Polo Foundation, Newland advocated for additional playing opportunities for his athletes to take on the best domestic competition available. Recruiter of the oft-overlooked or undervalued, he built a reputation on developing great players and better people. His tenure inspired a legion of grown men that look upon him as a father figure, willing to do anything for their beloved old man.
He wanted to be the best, and in this case he wanted to be the best coach, and his teams were just a symbol of his desire to be number one.
His greatest success was his preparation of his teams, and I think that goes to his focus. I don't know of anybody that ever thought as much or prepared himself and his athletes as much as Newland did.
You know, I think the biggest difference for Newland is he led by example. Absolutely everything he taught was what he lived and believed in.
You're not going to get better unless you put the time in. And he was one of the few coaches that I've met that was willing to spend those extra hours on the pool deck with the players after practice is over, or coming in on a weekend helping you hone your skills.
The great thing about Newland is he would give you as much time as you wanted. I can remember when we would have shooting drills at the old UC-Irvine pool, and we'd be out there catching a ball, shooting at a goal, and we'd be doing that for hours. And when the balls went out of the pool, we weren't climbing out and getting the balls. Newland would go around, shag the balls, and kick them right back in, because he wanted us to get as many shots as we possibly could during that practice time.
If you talk to him, if you talk to Newland, he'll say he was able to give love to his athletes. Well, that's probably true. He really could. But if you cared as an athlete, he would just help you develop way beyond what you could have imagined at the time.
You know, he saw something in me. You know, I was just a normal kid from Long Beach. I was okay in high school, but certainly nothing to write home about. As soon as I get there, he starts telling me, Bales, you're going to be great. Bales, you're going to be a good player. You just have to believe in yourself, and we're going to work on it. And so, you know, all the extra time, tons of hours, you know, it paid off.
There's no doubt in my mind, Newland has been the most influential person in my life. There's not even a close second. And I guess it was because he told me, he looked at me and he goes, Cruz, you could be great. And all of a sudden, it's like simultaneously I had this validation and permission given to me to go rock on and go right after it.
If you had a heart as an athlete, if you were dedicated in what you wanted to do, he responded to that. And he would help you build physical strength, mental strength, grow up as a man.
I remember my mom asked about Irvine when I was being recruited there, and she asked someone, and he said, well, if Jeff goes to Irvine, if he wasn't a man before he arrived, he'll be one after. And that really, she told me that now, and I kind of stuck in my head, and I was like, huh, that's so right on. That's what he does. He helps you become the man that you should be.